Welcome back to another video, YouTube. This one is definitely jam-packed with a lot of content. I know you guys are going to enjoy this one, so stay tuned all the way to the end, and I'll catch you guys at the end of the video. And that is 64 range. Well, I decided to take a break from pest control and chinning, and I'm going back to questing. So Plague City is on our list right now. Plague City complete. And there we go. We claimed the Ardoin teleport scroll, so I think what that means is we have access to this, so bada bing, bada boom. Biohazard complete as well. I don't know why I decided to start Druidic Ritual, and I know it was a quick quest, so I wanted to knock it out while I can. And I know eventually I'm going to need to get, I think, 25 or 35 Herb Lords, so it's better for me to get this right now. It's a buyable skill. Go to the Grand Exchange where I got some money. Knock that out in the meantime, and then that's just one less thing I have to do in the future and just something else I could do in the meantime just to get away from everything I've been doing this whole time, you know. So basically what that means is now we have access to the herb lore skills. So that's what we're going to go ahead and start doing. And I'll come back to you guys when I'm done with the grind. I think it should be up to 25, so it shouldn't take too long. Okay, so for Heroes Quest, I am going to need 25 herb lore, which I basically have banked right here. So this is just enough for that. So I'm bored right now in the meantime and I'm editing on the side, but that is 26 Herblore. I know it seems like this video is all over the place. I do get bored very quickly with little things that I do. Being that I am a PK, I get very eager. I just want to go do LMS. I want to go out and PK. I want to do something that requires me to kill people and interact with people. I don't want to be doing these quests and NPC crap. So with that being said, most of the video content is always going to be like that. I'm going to be all over the place. It's just I don't know. I have ADHD in the game, I guess. In the game and in person, I don't know. We need to go do something else. So Nature Spirit it is, and I'll see you guys when that's complete. Nature Spirit started. Nature Spirit completed. Okay, I guess the next Bibles on the list is 40 crafting and 25 fletching. So that looks like it's a simple task to knock out. Let's go knock that out real quick. And that is 40 crafting completed, which means we now have the Fremennik Trials requirement. So all that is left is a 25 fletching. I haven't done fletching skill in, oh my god, even before the game was built. So yeah, let's go ahead and fletch to 25. And that's our first level 10 fletching. After trying a couple things, it looked like these are the best options. You know, I've tried, I don't know, I tried making like bolts, I tried making this and that. And so far, it seems like the best option is this, and this is the most AFK to do. So we're going to do this until 25, I think. I was not paying attention, but that's 26 fletching instead of 25 fletching, and that is also 575 total levels. So that's a pretty accomplishable thing in about, let's see how long we've played. Oh, I forgot where that thing is at. Somewhere around here, right? Yep, there it is. After 25 hours of playing, we got 575 total levels. We got about 46 quest points, and these are the stats so far. So this is looking pretty good, fellas. 51 HP. So I decided to take a break because pest control is actually dead right now. It's super late at night and no one's really doing pest control. It's about like 7 or 8 people, so it's super slow. There's no point of even wasting any time doing it. So Slayers is the next best thing in line. So we're going to come back to Slayers. I did have a 90 Ice Warrior Slayer task, so I'm going to go ahead and knock that out real quick. 51 Magic, 24 Slayer. And that is the first task done. That is 75 Ice Warriors for 4,400 XP. Not quite 28 Slayers, but 26.5 is pretty close for my guesstimation. But that is 11 tasks. That is also the first task that gave us 4 points. So that is 4 points towards very many that we are ever going to acquire on the accounts. All right. Well, it looks like we got 77 ogres. I don't think I've killed ogres and I don't know where the hell to kill them. So I'm going to look that up and probably go and see if it's cannonable. If it is, then I think I need to make a little bit of adjustments to my gear because I'm not really hitting much with the cannon as much as I'd like to. So yeah, let's get out there and see which where the ogres are at. I'm completely brain dead. I mean, a video or two ago, I was talking about how it's such a great place for you to train at the ogres while you cannon and get wood cutting levels at the same exact time. And it totally slipped my mind that those are ogres. So we're gonna go back over there and cannon while we train mage or range on the side. We'll figure that out while we're out there. And these are the ogres I was talking about. 65 range. I think that also means we unlocked the ballista. Yep, light ballista, 30 age range armor, 30 age bow, and black chin. So that means when we go back out there and chin, we now have better chance to chin with, which also means we are going to pay 3 times the ticket for it. So that is not something I'm looking forward to, but hey, that is a unlock. I think it also means we unlock the toxic blowpipe. Do not quote me on that. Let's see. Throne. 75. No, okay, so I was way off. We got a 10 more levels, and 10 more levels is I think double the XP of what I currently have. So yeah, Back to the task. And that is 52 mage. That is 30 slayers in the bag. That is 53 mage. I'm basically teleporting to RD and just low alching, trying to get like speed up this process of getting 55 mage. But that's 53 mage right there. 52 HP. Guys, it is time for us to purchase our first item. I don't know why it's not let. Oh, I lied. So I was about to go ahead and purchase the first item, and then I realized I need to have the combat stats to purchase it to begin with. But we do finally have 200 points, which means we have one of 4 items unlocked so far. Actually, better yet, one of 5 items because we are going to need to get a mage helm as well. So it looks like it's time for us to start Lost City. Let's go ahead and start this and complete this. I'll see you guys when it's done. That, my friends, is Lost City complete. So I decided to start and complete the recipe for disaster cook quest because it is super quick and I think it might give me access to downstairs after I walk through here. So now I will have access to the downstairs bank, which I've literally been walking to the basement just by autopiloting myself there and then realizing there's no bank there. So this is something good to unlock. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then I'm going to do the goblin portion of it, which gives me up to 9 farming, and then I'll start Fairy Tale Part 1 and complete that, which will get me up to 20. So that's pretty good. And then from there, we might do a quest or two as well to get up to 30. I don't think we need 30, but I'll do it just in case. My goal is to eventually get enough quests done to have Barrel's Gloves unlocked. Even though we're not going to use it, it's better to have it and not need it than not have it and need it. So, yep, that's the goal with this. Well, it looks like we have to do Goblin Diplomacy, so that's what we're going to do. There we go. Goblin Diplomacy done. There we go. That part of the quest is started. I'll see you guys when it's done. I think all that happens is I use this on this guy, and I think the quest should be complete. Let's see. I was right. That's 1,000 cooking, 1,000 crafting, 1,000 farming. So that should get us to 9 farming, which is exactly what it did. So we're at 9 farming now. It cuts out those early levels. I think I needed 20 for something. I don't know what it was for, 20 or 30 for something. And I don't know what it's for, but this is probably the best way for me to quest because I don't even know how to farm. I don't even know where to start, and I don't even want to start and learn how to do it. I just feel like it's a tedious task that if I could just quest my way through, I'd rather do that instead of, farming. That I think that's just, I'll leave that to the plebs. All right, I think it is time for us to do Fairy Tale Part 1. I think it says recommendation level 30 farming, which does not mean it is required. So that in result means I can do the quest. I haven't looked up the quest guide. I'm just looking over here, and based off of this information, I think I could do it. So I'm going to go ahead and do it until I run into a bump in the road. And if it does require 30 farming, then we're just going to have to wait and quest it out. But if not, bam, this quest should be complete in the next clip. We managed to get 46 strength while killing Tanglefoot. That's nuts. There we go. Fairy Tale Part 1 done. And I think all we need to do is start Part 2, but that is 2,000 attack XP. Okay, so it didn't get us over, which is pretty good. 1,000 magic XP and 35 farming, which got us to 20. So that is a pretty nice stat to have for someone who really hates that skill. So I think all we have to do is start Part 2. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do until I have access to what's it called? To the rings, and then we'll probably go on to something else from there. I don't know yet, but we'll figure that out. You guys will know in the next clip. While we wait for this 5 minutes for this quest, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is chop willows in the meantime. I forgot what we need 35 woodcutting for, but we're going to go ahead and make use of our time right now and just go ahead and chop willows in the meantime. Our first woodcutting level. All right, it looks like it's time to go ahead and visit him. So we are basically done with that. Let's go ahead and talk to this, and I think we should have access to the rings. I don't know how it is. I'm gonna go test it out. So I just went ahead and I tested it. Obviously works, so that means we now finally have access to the fairy rings. So guess what, just like every other iron nerd, we're gonna have to go ahead and unlock the freaking arty cape. So I think it's time for us to go ahead and start the arty achievements. I think we have the achievements. Yeah, it looks like we have everything that we need to go ahead and do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out. That way we unlock the arty cloak, and I'll be back with every achievement. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Do not ask me. I am a freaking iron nerd. I literally needed a rusty sword. I didn't know how to get it, but holy luck, I got it on the first try. I decided to get 18 thieving real quick while I was here. I forgot to record the first few parts, but we have already completed about 9 tasks, so we're almost done. Do not ask why I'm doing this. I just pray, 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 pray there's no one out here. That would have been my worst nightmare if someone's actually out here. Who's going out in the wilderness with 18 mil and all this crap? I literally have like that much more and just, yeah, 18 more mil and just longbows. Well, there we go. That is achievement diaries done. So let's go ahead and, oops, wrong teleport. Let's go ahead and go grab our cape because we can finally act like an iron nerd and use that to teleport to the nearest fairy ring for us until we could have something more convenient. But in the meantime, I feel like that might be the only thing, and we're not going to use it that often, but it's just good to have. Come here, Mrs. Two Pints. Give me the cape. There we go. So I think I have a chance of saving this. If I'm able to bank this, I'm going to bank it because I know I'm going to need it for something else. I might use it for agility down the road or whatever I could possibly need in the meantime that I know I'm not going to want to grind. I'm most likely going to use that on that. I think it's 2500 XP. So if it's bankable, I'm going to bank it. If not, I'm just going to throw it on agility for now. Also, I just realized it says a magical force prevents you from banking it. So guess what? We're most likely going to put it on. Out of all of these, everything is very easy to get except agility. So we're going to put on agility. There we go. 2500 agility XP getting us to 33 agility. We could use the Ardoin log. Oh, that would have been convenient for this. Holy crap. That took way longer than it should have. I just got annoyed and got to the point where no one wanted to sell me a certificate. I was trying to all my other accounts. I was watching Slayer music videos. I got to the point where the guide helper stopped working. This was the worst experience I've ever had doing the most simplest quest ever. And I ended up paying 1.5 mil for a certificate because no freaking greedy bastard wanted to even do it for 500k. I got so annoyed. Oh my god, this was mentally and emotionally draining. I hate this quest. Literally, this quest needs to be removed or it needs to be done solo. This is just terrible.